Hey, today I'm going to do a quick comparison between this Papifeed and this Rellaty cat water fountain, and just show you the pros and cons of both of them and overall which one I prefer. So I haven't finished setting this one up on purpose so I can show you what it looks like on the inside and show you all the features, but they're going to have a similar process. So the filter, you want to soak for 5 minutes, and then it goes in this little compartment here that you can open up, and once it's ready to go, you can also attach the pump together. So you want to insert it into the spot. It has a little bit of suction cups on the bottom, and then you also put this sponge layer around it as well. And then the cord, you want to just make sure it's lined up with the back of this so it lines, or it goes in flush like so. This also comes with a few replacement sponges and 4 replacement filters as well, and then a little brush to clean it, scrub it. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with water through the top. So, and this is actually how I usually fill them up, with water as well. I just go ahead and pour it over the top with a cup of water like so. And I just prefer filling them up this way just because it's a little bit easier instead of having to carry the whole thing over to the sink. Sometimes when you're lifting off the lid, as you can see when I was lifting the lid, that the pump is attached to it, it'll drip water. Sometimes can just be really messy. So I prefer just pouring in through the top like this. Yes, it may take a little bit longer, but I find it overall just being a lot less messy. So let's hope that that's enough water to start to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. They both are with a 4-foot cord as well. So there we go. And this attachment you also just set in place. Some of the differences are the fact that you can't see the inside of this with it being stainless steel, so you don't know where the water is. So I'm not sure how full it is. The only way to check would be to lift it up. Whereas this one has a max and minimum fill line on the side here. So right here, you can see the maximum right there and then the minimum. So another difference is the spout is actually pretty slow for this one, which I actually like. Doesn't fill up as much. This one has 2 different directions for the water that's going. He likes to drink out of both of them. And I think that for the most part, he likes to just drink out of the tray itself. So they both the water will slowly go through and go back to the bottom. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to replace the filters every 2 or so weeks. This Papifeed comes with 2 replacement filters, a replacement sponge that goes in the pump, and then a brush, and the silicone tube that connects to the pump. And I already showed the amount of replacement filters for this one with the sponges and stuff. Now I will say that our cat likes to kind of lift up the lid, and it can be kind of messy. And so he likes to like try to bite on the lid and lift it up if he can, but he's not able to do it as much with these ones. This one, the only way he can is if he grabs it from this part, then he'll be able to lift it up. But this one is in a really good spot as well, so it's not really something that he's able to do. But that's just something to keep in mind as well. So ideally, I would like to have a pad underneath to just get any water that spills, if he does end up spilling any. But the nice thing is that they don't have a lot in the top tray as well. But overall, these are both great options. I think if I had to choose one, I would go with the Papifeed over the Rellaty, but they're both great options.